No, you're...
Welcome back, everyone, to D&D session number 30. And by welcome back, I mean welcome back to D&D, not welcome back to session 30, because this is the first time in Hulk Signo Vinces that we have made it this far, as it is a progression.
It's also Thok's first time.
Yes, last time was Thok's first time with a shopkeep that he tried to bargain with, and upon...
I
successfully he bargained.
Yes, he did. He made his bargain, but was unable to avoid giving out his end of it, which was just happened to be his first time on a date.
See what you did there, giving out his end.
It's more than a date.
Oh yes, I guess so. More than a date, probably his first date, because he's just that kind of guy.
It was probably less than a date, but more than nothing.
It was a one-night stand, or
Pretty
so.
sure there was
thought.
romantic candlelight and soft music and...
Yeah, she had it all set up for him to have a comfortable time.
I'm gonna not acknowledge that this ever happened ever again.
Oh, we will.
Everyone in the party decided to come in and eavesdrop. It was fun. And doing so, Jack counter.
Doing so, I won the bet.
Yeah.
What happened?
I won the bet.
That's true.
He did win the bet.
I don't remember what
right.
the bet was, but it was won by him, and my music stopped. That's weird.
What'd you say I did now?
You counterspelled Thok's charm person, stopping.
You counterspelled my gaseous form because I was going to fart and leave.
Oh right,
It didn't work.
But he did
But
stop
there
that. She
there was
resisted
more
a charm
plots.
person.
I think
There
I
were
did.
more-
I think I did my bad luck on the charm person and then counter spell on the gaseous form.
Okay.
And then fell asleep.
There wasn't actually plot important stuff that was happening too.
Well, I guess. Beyond that, the group started out fighting a band of gnolls, including what would... they don't know if they actually discovered it, but it's what it's called, a Flind, F-L-I-N-D, a gnoll that has been given special powers through a magical item, the Flind Mace, by the Demon Lord Yegoth? I'm spacing on the name, and I didn't think to write it down. Yinogu? Okay.
Yeah.
Yinogu, correct. That sounds familiar, and it was written in chat. Yes, by Yinogu. Yee. And beyond that, I really don't remember anything happening. You guys bought some magical items that you found from the trader that Thok wooed, and then had sex with that night.
I did not do that to those magical items.
Well,
Did you guys figure out who wanted what?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
I believe it was distributed.
Cool.
If not, we can figure it out real quick, I'm sure.
Another
remember.
Another thing of note is that Kalamance said he was quote unquote here when I said that we were at the edge of the Forest of Shadows. So.
Right. That did happen. He said he was there. However, when asked around, people said that he was off with Vraska, and that they would be back shortly. As the evening waned, everybody went to bed. Thok with his lovely date. And upon waking up, the party found Lee burning the flail, or trying to. The flail is catching, very a little bit, and then the fire just disappears off of it, and no visible mark is left. But you do find Lee trying to burn it.
So long rest success, attunement successes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Can we just double up on the how we sent out the items? Because I don't remember.
Okay. Does anyone remember what the items were exactly? Here we go. Ion stone of Ion? Is that Ion? Anyways, the stone of protection. Who got that?
I believe
Me.
Far Traveler. Yeah.
Far Traveler. Okay. The brooch of shielding.
Guy.
Uh-huh. Decanter of endless water.
Who did we end up deciding had that one?
I don't think it mattered. That's not attunement, is it?
I think it was you.
I think it was Kylan got the brooch and the decanter.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just
Yeah, but
given
It's
to you
not
to hold.
attunement. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
you were holding it.
That it might be important. It probably won't be, but it might be. Diff glove.
Pretty sure that was me again.
Okay, and then the flint flail went to Lee. Which I know because Lee has it when you guys wake up. Alright, we don't need these notes. So yes, first thing you guys do in the morning is find Lee burning, or attempting to burn, unsuccessfully, the flint flail. And we'll begin there.
I can see that you were
Damn
attempting to
wind.
burn
Why
the
is it
flint
not
flail.
catching?
You both just talked over each other, you know?
Sorry about that.
Try it in order, see if that prompts some roleplay.
Lock, go ahead and speak. How about that?
It wasn't important. I see you were trying to burn the flint flail.
Yes, and if you're going to make stupid remarks, then I don't have use for you. Where's Jacked?
Sorry, just waking up. What's up?
Can you light this on fire, please?
I could try. No. Snap my fingers and try to ignite it.
A small burst of flames hits it and then dissipates.
I don't think I can.
Goodness gracious. Okay, let's find a hobo to unload this thing on. I think it's cursed.
I can
Or at
try
the very
dispelling
least
the magic
possessed.
on it.
Question, everyone. What the fuck are we doing?
Is
I'm
it?
trying to burn this flail
Why?
because it's possessed or cursed or something.
Aren't you possessed or cursed or something?
Can we
Exactly. You don't need that kind of extra drama.
Possessed,
Jack
cursed,
says over
and
sipping his
elf.
coffee.
Oh,
I can try dispelling the magic on it. I have a spell.
Sorry, my chewing was too loud. I missed that.
I can try dispelling the magic on it. I have a spell for it.
Sure.
Okay. So I would like to try casting Dispel Magic on this thing.
Okay. Go ahead. Make a the DC attempt.
Charisma?
Yes. It doesn't work. So you focus your energy to pull out the magic, and as you do the magic, you kind of feel it pulling, and it steps right back.
Well, I did all I could do.
Brilliant. Well, you were the last one to touch it, so it's your problem now.
It's a... No. I'd throw it back to Lee.
Can I dodge?
Acrobatics check.
If I can use my hands correctly. Oh, okay.
Hits you right in
Let me
the
roll.
chest. No.
You're the last one to touch it. It's yours.
I kick it at Kylan.
Hot potato.
I really would not be the greatest user of this.
You're not supposed to use it. You're
Okay.
supposed to shoulder the responsibility of getting rid of it.
Hey, question. We're in this area with all these, magic things and stuff. What if we sold it? Make it somebody else's problem and we profit.
I'm not
Sounds okay
certain
with
it's a
me.
good plan to distribute demonic items to common folk.
I'll take it. And I just go over to it and I take it and I put it in my bag. Alright, we can deal with it later.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I guess I'm okay with that. All right. I guess I'm okay. I'm all right.
Is that what Kylan does?
Yes,
Was that Kylan or was that Nate?
that was Kylan.
Okay.
Maybe it was both.
Ah,
The immersion. So immerse. Very, very well. Okay. So you guys are up. That was a strange going on. You do your morning rituals. What are you guys doing first thing in the morning after your rituals?
gathering rumors about if Lady Vraska's back or not.
Okay.
Sitting outside where we slept, just observing the little camp, drinking coffee. About it.
Tracking down Lee.
Well, unless Lee is trying to evade you.
She has been, so I figure.
Lee is always trying to evade Kylan.
Absolutely.
Trying to avoid
I
each
have no idea
other.
what I'm actually doing other than just avoiding.
Okay, so if you're avoiding each other, go ahead and make opposed stealth and perception checks. So Thok, what do you want to say in your message?
So he wasn't very descriptive in his message back. He just said he was here.
I rolled a 2 and I beat your stealth. I'm happy with that.
Okay. We'll get to that. What? Anything you want to say to him? Just.
Hold on.
I don't know.
a
He's
sec.
very not specific. Where is here?
Okay. So after a short wait, the stone does respond with, "Sorry, waylaid. Will return soon."
That didn't answer my question, but okay.
It sounds like he's coming back to the camp.
Right. I mean, I knew. I know that, but like.
No, he did not answer your question.
Right. Okay. All right. So I will inform the group of this. I will say whoever's there. I will say so Kalamance says he will be returning to camp soon, and we can talk with him there. Speaking of which, what do we want to talk to him about? Because I have a list of things.
How about we can start with why he left the Templars?
Okay. We'll leave with that. And Doc's gonna kind of like mentally prepare himself for talking to someone from his old life.
Okay.
BS.
If
For what it's
there's
Leaf Jack always implies combat that will TPK us, so
He pretty much delivers too.
that's pretty fair.
I think you're just kind of judging here. I don't know. It's GM discrimination.
You're TPK shaming.
So if you guys are kind of just waiting, we can go ahead and we can skip to the main event if it
Don
doesn't work.
Do I finally?
Yeah, you two are playing a game of cat and mouse, and Kylan,
Well-
you're winning.
So I do want to bring up that all I have to do is break line of sight, and I can mask of many faces into a commoner to disappear.
Yes, however, you cannot shake her. She's faster than you and has a better perception. Alright.
Lee, stop running. Lee.
Right as I was about to be like, let's go forward, our Thok left.
It's almost like there was a convenient break before the game and stream that he could have used that for, but he was too busy saying, no, you.
Yeah. It's weird how that
Lee.
works.
Lee. Stop.
Nope, that's a commoner.
I'm gonna tackle Lee.
While observing everybody, am I noticing anything weird or interesting?
Do a perception check real quick.
Okay. Oh, where'd you go? Where the fuck did everything go? Huh. Alright, stand by. Nope.
No,
Fucking roll
it's
20.
the humor that comes from the hilarity that comes from watching Kylan chasing Lee as Lee keeps changing faces is something to behold. So it's kind of distracting you, keeping your attention away from anything that may be going on. Otherwise.
Makes sense.
Okay, I wild shape into an ape and I tackle Lee.
Okay, go ahead and post athletics or acrobatics.
Need to grab the strength of an ape.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm transforming into an ape and tackling you.
Okay, while she's transforming into an ape, can I... Is that it? That's an action, isn't it?
It's one action, yeah.
Okay, then I would like to use my action to cast invisibility.
Well, Matt's not here right now.
Okay.
I hear all things. Go
Okay,
ahead.
never mind.
So Lee Kylan
Actually,
transforms, Lee disappears.
So what I'm hearing is we're starting this day without a level 3 slot, without a level 2 slot, without a wild shape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just so you guys know, I will leave you to die.
Okay, I recover on short rests.
Okay.
So do I.
Okay.
And we're about to have one, it sounds like, because we're just gonna fast forward.
Yeah, so Lee, you disappear. Kylan, you lose her in the invisibility, and we'll fast forward till about 1 o'clock.
We
So-
count them as having taken a short rest for that. Please.
I'm gonna short rest after that.
I'm
Fine.
gonna find someplace in short rest.
In the meantime, can I ask if Jax can cast counterspell on my amulet just to have it stored?
Yeah, I suppose, Thok, but what are you going to do for me?
Well, I got you those items.
Oh.
So
Me, those items? I don't think I have a single one. As I cast a spell on his amulet.
thank you.
Okay. So we'll say everyone can get a short rest after all this happens, and then we will fast forward from about 8 in the morning to 1 o'clock as you guys are enjoying your lunch, possibly in different areas of the camp. A sound of a trumpet goes off. Actually, it's of a horn.
Does it sound familiar? Of a specific.
You have no idea. You've never heard horn calls before.
Okay.
They are not used in Templar stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Upon hearing that, the whole camp seems to spring to life as It seems to have just gone to a dead quiet this day as they awaited the arrival of the traveling party, and they spring to life and they grab food out of the kitchens, and the medical teams rush out, and everyone in the camp starts to make their way towards the forest edge.
I do that.
I
Okay,
did that.
Do that.
everyone follows. Sounds like. Upon making it to the forest edge, you see a band of about 15 explorers, most of them armed with lighter armors as to travel easier, a bow of some sort, and some sort of melee weapon. In the front of the group are two people. For the first, let me pull her up real quick. Is no, there we go. Is this Wood Elf? Dressed in what appears to be some sort of elven chain, and a man that looks familiar but is significantly different, as the skin is wrinkled in places and a long white beard goes down to about the midway point of his chest. Hair comes from his head, scraggly, white and grays, wavy, messy, almost kind of greasy and gross. And so you can judge this person to be about 70, 80 years old. The two are followed by the other 13 of the band. Most of them have some sign of being hurt. Scratches. One of them is carrying his arm as if it is broken in a sling. And they kind of slowly walk out of the forest to be met by medical attention for those who are hurt enough for it, and also food for all of them, as they all seem to be very hungry as they get into the food very quickly, tearing at whatever meat there is and bread and vegetables that are given to them.
We approach.
Okay. You guys approach. At first, they don't really pay you any mind. Do you announce yourself in any way?
I don't need to.
You just approach. Okay. Let's go with that one. That sounds like a fun choice. Alright, so you approach, and after a short bit of them getting into their food, as that's where their main intention is, they look up, and the elf lady, "Oh, I did not see you there. I don't know how." And then the other man, "Oh, yes, you finally made it, and I guess I have finally made it back to you."
I squint and I'm like, oh yeah. It's you, isn't it?
He kind of looks confused, touches his
Sorry,
beard.
It's just the beard. And
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I aged a good 50 years in the past week, so I might look a little different.
Oh,
well, or did
Did they-
Ormer keep the potion for you?
My potion ran out long ago. Well, not long ago, but before I left.
No, we have Hey, is Ormer with us?
Yeah.
Hey, Ormer, did you keep that vial of Templar stuff, or did you experiment on it?
Well, both. He pulls out the vial. Here it is.
So if you want to be young again, here you go.
That's not mine.
Whose is it?
Who took my post?
Sir Clayton.
Probably his.
Ah, I see. Here you go.
Loud. It is loud.
It is loud, yeah.
One moment, I'm turning it down.
Much better.
Sorry about that. I just realized it was loud.
Well, it's good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you as well. mind my manners. This, my friends, is Luna Raska. She is the head researcher of the Lalonde Vale. Greetings to all of you. Oh, you are one of my own kin, she points to Kylan. What forest do you hail from?
What?
Forest.
Many. I'm a roaming druid.
One of the many roaming tribes, I understand. Welcome to my little, but growing, almost town now. Village?
You'll get there.
One day. If this forest ever cooperates, as it were. Perhaps we should find a place to talk.
I agree.
Perhaps somewhere a bit more private.
If you don't mind, I'd rather Luna come with us.
Any friend of yours is a friend of ours.
I'm glad to hear that. The two of them get up from where they were sitting and eating, and make their way into the encampment.
Kylan,
Did I miss something?
there's a man with a broken arm and you didn't immediately poop yourself.
Yeah, I did in my head, and I feel like we have more important things.
Does Kylan feel we have more important things?
Yes.
Interesting.
Actually, yeah, no, this is more important. Yeah, it just is.
Music change. Make sure we save the game, guys. Music cutscenes. They're giving us ammunition for some reason.
Why is there a save point here?
Some point in bandages.
There's a heal station right next to this.
No, that's just Kylan.
Well, I take it where I go. Okay, this is a little more exciting than I had remembered. That might be the one I'm going for. Here we go. Music is buffering. Okay. They take you into one of the only. Damn, there's a lot more ominous than I had expected. Fine, we'll just go to this. I like it. Cool. One of the only permanent structures, or one of the few permanent structures in the whole camp. It's small log cabin style house. The wood seems gray and dark, so almost as if they pulled it directly from the Vale. It gives this presence of oppression and just this feeling of nastiness. Come inside. I will start some tea for all of us.
Thank you.
I'm sure you have a lot of questions for me. So, don't hold back. Go for it.
Why did you leave?
Leave the Templars?
Yes. Why did you? What dispute was between you and my father that resulted in you leaving?
So, I hate to say this, but your father has been experimenting on your sister.
Yes, I know that. And I'll let you finish first. I do have good news.
I'm glad.
No, you go first.
No, you.
Sorry.
I got into an argument with your father about the way he was treating her and what she should be in the world instead of hidden away as he has her. And I found out that he had locked away her arcane power and has thus put her into a coma. Something we did only once before to, what was his name? A firebrand, I think.
Uh,
Not his. He had one kid.
I looked
Uh,
eject.
I think that was his
uh,
name, Firebrand.
I'm just kind of staring, like, to Dashik to say anything. Like, it makes sense in, like, Jack's mind, like, thinking about what was going on and, like, with stuff that my grandfather was talking about, but it's still, like, just kind of taken aback.
Yes,
Beyond.
I know that.
Oh, you have learned much?
I've changed much. And I
Oh,
will
I
also have
see
you
that.
know that Vola, my sister, she is safe in Chrysos. We've had a healer take away the tattoos, and she's resting for now. But it's a long story if you want to hear it.
I will, but I think we have. I'm sure you have more questions than just that. If you want to keep going.
Okay. One more thing I wish to speak to you about is what are you doing here?
I came here to seek sanctuary with my friend, for one, and two, I believe that there is something in the forest that might interest you, Lee.
What? Me?
My fear and suspicion was, once I got here, was that a being of great power and darkness has infested the forest with his presence. I believe this creature to be of the Shadowfell, and I know one in particular that has a tendency to corrupt the things around him.
That definitely sounds promising.
I thought perhaps if you came here, you could deal with some unresolved issues as well as help me and Iluna out. And Simon Luna has arrived with tea and she sits down with you all and after pouring some for everyone. Without asking, she just does it. Yes, I'm hoping that something we could not have done, for we do not have a connection to this being, you can.
So it is for sure him?
We got, in this last expedition, we got very close to where we think that the source of whatever it is power is, and once there, we did some reading of the signs and believe it is, in fact, him.
Alright. This is good news. We can take care of this right away. Thank you. And Lee stands up and, in her excitement, is just kind of headed towards the forest.
Does she feel excited? Does she act on her excitement?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Make a wisdom save. +2. Okay. You feel this excitement billow up in you a little bit, and then you hear a voice saying, "Come to me."
I
And
just
then
kind of stop and gather myself for a second and turn around and look at everybody. Yeah, it's definitely him. Karsus is here.
Who dat?
if history or religion, perhaps?
Not. I don't want to do knowledge. I'm asking Lee before I think back if there's anything.
Okay.
Who dat?
He is the one that inhabits my blade. The one that I have to defeat to regain full control.
Is he the one that like causes you to burn when you have symbols put on you?
Oh, I had forgotten that that was a thing. I suppose, yes?
Oh, yeah, we're taking care of that.
Well,
That
that
sounds
was
like
a
a good idea.
17 with a +3.
That's for saves.
Yeah.
Disregard those, just 14 then.
After all, it's in my quest log.
Okay, so Jack, you kind of have like maybe I read about this, but you just can't picture it. And everyone else, you're unsure.
Can I give any tidbit of information as far as shape or what we're looking for, at least?
The best you can remember is it might have been about a book about the Shadowfell and a being that ended up there, but you're not sure.
All right, I'll relay that to the party. I'm just kind of foggy on the details, but this is what I think I've read.
So how did you?
He's a Netherese mage.
How did you come in contact with this being?
I mean, it's a very long story.
I got time.
I was gonna say I've got some time.
Basically, it's the sword is apparently like a piece of him or holds a piece of him. And coming in contact with the sword exposed me to it.
And you thought it was a good idea to just keep that sword around?
It's complicated.
I love you to death, Lee, but man, I gotta question things about you sometimes.
That's probably safe.
My guess is that if you tried disposing of the sword before.
No.
Okay, then yeah, that's kind of silly.
The sword is my responsibility now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't make it a sword and a flail.
Flail.
Exactly.
Well, that's
Thank
just
you.
swale.
Swell.
Dun, 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 dun. Swale. As you hit
Swell.
somebody in the face with it.
Okay. I'm glad you have a purpose and that you can help yourself and the forest out. Anything else from this point that you want? Or want to ask?
Actually, a general direction is probably a good idea.
If you give us a day to rest, we can help you find the place.
What does everyone else think?
We
I
can
was
give
just-
you a general direction, but it's not going to be very helpful.
As much as I hate to say it, then perhaps we should rest the day.
Well, also Lee, you're an expert on infiltration, so I believe that you can infiltrate us into wherever this Karsus is hiding.
I will work on the exfiltrates because apparently we can't do that very well.
I have successfully exfiltrated everything.
Then I will leave it to Far Traveler. But if we are going to rest today, is that what the plan is?
I'm okay with this.
Unfortunately, I don't think we have a choice.
I'm gonna work with Ormir, with alchemy. See what I can do.
I'm going to suggest that Jekt, Ormir, uh, Kalamance, and I all work together to see if we can make him another youth potion, as we already have a sample and we needed some of Kalamance's blood.
Ooh. Yes. Why not? Bless
I
us.
appreciate the sentiment, but I'm ready to be old.
Well, I'm not ready for you to be done yet. I have a favor to ask of you.
Real quick question. Now, so is it just an anti-aging potion, or is it like, how does it work? Because now he's really old. Is he just gonna like fucking die here in the next week?
Ormir pipes up, well, you see, it's actually something that stops the aging process altogether. However, by the looks of it, it does not stop it if you don't keep taking it. It does really hold it back, and it builds up. I can only imagine the process he went through when he stopped taking it. Painfully, I assume it's the process.
Well, then Jack brings up a good point. Is he going to age himself into dust?
I don't think he'll age him past where he should be. It's just not a fun
How old
process
are
getting
you?
back there.
For real?
My age... I was about 27 when I started taking it, so about 77 years old.
Oh. Oh, right, humans. Ugh.
We can't all be like you, Elf.
Exactly.
You're fun to dead. How fucked are you? 70%?
Is there anything we can do to help you regain your strength? We need your help.
Luckily, I did not lose my ability to do. I just became old.
Ugin was too old for this shit, and he still did things for a little bit.
I'm a
And
little
then
fat as
died.
well.
Ugin is dead.
Yeah, that seems like a bad.
Well, you would be dead too if you took 4 fireballs to the face.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Kellen
I
bows
forgot
down her
that.
head a little bit.
I concur.
Oh, sorry.
You would be dead.
But Kalamance, I do have a request for you.
Speak.
Vola was healed by Agatha, the healer at Chrysos.
Agatha. That sounds familiar. I'll keep going.
And Ormer, and Jekt, and Kylin.
And she's got some really nice silverware.
Anyway, my point is, Vola is currently under her care, and the only person who I will trust to care for her is you. I talked to her, and she says you're the only person she wants to kill, but I think I might have persuaded her otherwise. Because I said, if I can change, then, you can too.
Agatha.
You dropped her city down.
Oh, well, I did that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So, what do you think of traveling to Chrysos and watching over her?
I would rather not leave, but I can't say no if this is one thing you need from me.
Could you bring her back safely?
Why did you not bring her back?
While she was healed by then, she still needed to remain stationary as ordered by Agatha.
Believe me, he wanted to.
I did. I wanted to.
Okay. Well, I will head up to Chrysos then and try to convince Agatha not to kill me if that's something I need to do.
Yes. So the tattoos that were left on her body, they did some bad things, so she needed those days in order to rest.
The tattoos remain, though she is healed.
Oh no, the tattoos have been extracted. Another thing is that the city of Chrysos is in a kind of crisis because Inquisitor's Firebrand did a culling of the city. We arrived just in time in order to save what people remained, and they're currently in the dwarven ruins, or the dwarven stronghold underneath the city.
Stronghold of Erdim, under the care of King Oric.
What he said.
Well, okay. I will give my aid to both Vola and the people there, and see what I can do.
Thank you. And one last thing, I don't want to drag you on too much. My father said something disturbing to me a month or so back, and he said that when the Templars made it to Mia Casail, he was planning to take down the Divines with their power.
This is correct. This is something more you need to know from that?
I mean, yes. Would that get rid of magic from the world?
There are a couple of possibilities. One is yes, the magic will be cut off. We will no longer be able to connect to other planes, and therefore the magic that abounds on the astral plane would not be connected anymore. Another option is that everything breaks, and everything is destroyed. Beyond that, I'm sure there's an infinite possibilities of what could happen. I don't know. But those are the two that come to my mind.
I see.
How? How does Atreides plan to do this?
He didn't say.
I'm
he said,
asking Kalamance.
Long ago, Miyakasel was the island, the floating island that the ruler of these islands lived. And there he put a lot of energy and magical power. I believe his plan is to tap into that energy to open a rift between all of the planes and break them. In doing so, everything would fall and
how does
be
he plan on
destroyed.
breaking them?
I don't know how he planned on achieving that. Perhaps a massive amount of energy being pulsed into each plane as they would be overlapped at that one moment. Or at least theoretically they would be.
Those Templars, they really hate magic.
My understanding is that the closest this has ever been done before was by Firebrand and his fellows when they attempted to pull down some energy, not a whole god, but some energy of a god, and put it into someone. Perhaps finding out where that happened, finding the research is the next step, or maybe going straight to Mia Cassell and trying to stop it.
That sounds a lot like Agatha.
So, what is your next step, Thuck?
Well, my next step is going to help Lee with her issue, and I believe, Far Traveler, you wish to head back to the mountains and attempt to find Gurg, correct?
Yes, that is assuming he did actually make it to my people. He's our only lead to how to reach Mia Casail.
Thok, I would very much like to go and see this place where they tried to merge a celestial in a being.
The Obsidian Tower.
Yeah, the Obsidian Tower.
Yes. Oh, well, yeah, I remembered it. I didn't know if you guys remembered, so. Just making sure. Yes, the Obsidian Tower. I think that's somewhere that I need to go.
That does seem like a good plan.
What a coincidence. We're heading that way anyway.
So, yeah, I believe we have a plan now. We will enter the forest. We will take care of what's happening in there if we can. And after that, head on to the mountains. It was good to see you.
It's really good to see you all as well. And I look forward to seeing Vola, but I really need rest. We did not get much in the forest.
That's
I
true.
do
We will
warn-
have another day.
The forest has dark magics in it, and resting will not be easy. Spend as little time as you can there.
Okay.
I'm gonna check Kalamance over. Is he still wearing his Templar amulet?
Yes. Yes.
Ask him if the amulet helped at all inside of the forest.
Slightly, actually, I think. It wasn't great help, but I feel like I rested better than others.
With Agatha's help, we had a breakthrough in empowering the amulets as you had first instructed us to do.
Well, I'm glad that you are still progressing in whatever quest you have for yourself.
You gave us that mission.
Yes, but once I was gone, there was no one to tell that you had completed it. But I guess you told me, so congratulations. I'd reward you if I could.
We've also discovered how to destroy the anti-magic spirals.
Now that's got me curious.
I could give you a breakdown, but Agatha is the foremost expert on it at the moment, and you're going to see her anyway.
I don't know if I've tried it yet. How many of these amulets do we have? We had a bunch, didn't we?
We had a bunch, and then Thok gave them to some. No, I gave them to some of the people of Chrysos to protect them from magic if the mages were to attack. And we're down to about 3. And if we're going to the forest and Kalamance says his amulet helped, I don't think we should destroy any of them.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I actually tried it, but the alchemical symbol that I have, I think, breaks down components. So, I mean, that might. Haven't tried it yet, but we can see. Eventually.
Okay. Anything else you need from me? Or Luna? She kind of
Hello,
perks up
Thomas.
from her tea. I'm here.
Can you tell us anything about the forest that we need to know before heading in?
She puts down her teacup and kind of opens and closes her eyes a little bit, trying to wake herself up. Do you plan on going alone? Or, I mean, without a guide?
I think the plan was to have you guide us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in and out at the moment. It's been a long day and I'm drinking chamomile. The forest has a very dark presence within it, as we have told you, but I believe it's not the only presence. It has gathered many evils, and even the roots have come alive as little plants and big plants have become very malice with anything that is not dead, undead, or a plant.
I pull my amulet up. Would this help?
It seemed to help Kalamance a little bit.
Then we'll use them if we can.
Yes. How many do you have? Sorry, I missed that. Is it
We
3?
have 3 in addition to
Thoughts?
Fox empowered one.
We also have those anti-divine staples.
We don't have staples.
Did we get rid of
Horseshoes.
those?
We don't have horseshoes.
Staples.
We don't have staples.
Wait, what happened to them?
That's a good question, do you ask?
Yeah.
I had them made into shackles.
Ah, I see.
I don't think that's gonna help. But if you want to bring them,
Okay.
fire didn't help much against these plants. They seem to be full of blood.
Ew.
I don't understand. That's something I'm here for, to research them and understand what they're about and why they're here, but going into the Vale is very difficult. I should say that it doesn't burn them as well as you would think that trees and plants would burn. They burn as normal as anything else with blood in it.
Thok thinks about all those corpses and how, like, some of them are burning. And then stops thinking about that.
Be gone in thought. It's, well, tomorrow at dawn we will head out.
Okay. Any other troops heading along with us?
No, just
Okay.
us.
So who can wear these amulets?
Everyone can wear them.
Who can wear them without having their abilities drained?
Kylan.
Probably you, me, and Kylin.
Okay. Elune. That's your name, right?
Luna.
Luna.
Eluna.
Luna.
Eluna. Are you an arcane caster?
No, I draw my power from the plants and the trees. Much like
I
a
pulled an
druid.
amulet. You want one of these?
Sure. Takes it. Puts it in
Marking
her
one
bag.
off.
Alright, so at dawn you said. We will be ready.
Good. Now, she turns to Kalamance. Henry, shall we take some rest? He goes, that's a good idea.
One last thing before we depart. We are drastically low on material wealth resources. Is there anything that you can provide that we can work with?
What do you need?
Raw materials alchemically, at least. I don't know. Far Traveler does. He's the alchemist, so
Well, that's
stuff to make
fine.
more.
Hold on there.
Um,
I think I have a couple packs of stuffs.
she goes onto her writing desk, which is nearby, and she writes a little note for you. Signs it, seals it. Give this to any of the material vendors and ask for supplies, and you will be given them.
I appreciate it.
Any other supplies besides alchemy supplies that you might need?
No
Rope.
healing potions.
Healing potions, rope. Rope is good.
Kylan's gonna dart a gaze at Thok in disappointment. You don't need a healing potion. I'm right here.
We also didn't need good berries, apparently.
Just drink her fluids.
Ew.
But, like, cut her neck open and
Ew.
vampire.
Yeah, stop.
Right. That seems to be more Thok's speed.
That's very close to decapitation.
It's
It
nearly
didn't do
nearly
well with
headless.
the other way.
Just use the bottom fangs, the orc fangs, and just
Tusks.
that's what they're called. Tusk. Use the tusk to open up a vein. Okay. Well, good night, or good morning, or whatever time it is right now.
Time to rest.
Time to rest.
Yes, see you at dawn. I will be ready.
I walk out of the oppressive cabin.
Since she is coming with us, I will offer my herbalism skills to give her a better rest.
I had my tea, thank you. I do appreciate it, though.
Are you wounded at all?
No.
And then Kylan's gonna remember saying the word wounded that they were wounded and try to find where the medical tent is.
Okay, Kylan heads out, find the medical tent. Lee, you haven't said anything in a while, so I'll hop over to you, see if you want to do anything.
Lee was having trouble with Discord.
Is Lee still Discord troubled?
I think so.
Okay, so never mind. Lee will hold off until you are Discord ready. That being said, everyone else, what are you guys doing?
Just trying to make that just mess with alchemy again if we're not doing the potion.
So if Kalamance refuses a tincture, then I will actually suggest that we work on more empowering supplies for the amulets that we have.
I don't know why I just spaced every word you just said. You're gonna get alchemy supplies for the...
If Kalamance refuses more youth tincture, the drink, which it sounded like he did, then we can instead spend the time to empower the amulets with more, by crafting more of that stuff that we didn't have materials for. Hence the letter.
Right. Okay. So does Jack go with Far Traveler?
Yes.
Okay,
Correct.
we'll join you guys. One of you make an alchemy check at advantage. And
I'll do it, and
I've got the kit that helps with that.
yeah, it gives you advantage. But if we're helping each other, we already have advantage. I'll do it, and if it's bad, then you can make it not bad, right?
Sure.
Sounds good.
you can make it less suck.
That's one short. Make it better.
All right, we'll make it better. Poof, it's better.
Ta-da.
Okay. You are able to make. You're going for the empower one.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll be able to make it so you can empower all the amulets you have. We'll just go for that.
And then we'll do that.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep one dose around because Iluna has her amulet with her, and that would be rude to interrupt her sleep.
Okay, so as you guys go off to do that, Luna went into her room, and Kalamance is looking like he's about to head off to his own. What are you doing, Thok?
Kalamance,
Yeah,
it's good to see you.
it is good to see you too, boy.
I don't. I'm sorry to bring this up, but I don't have anyone else to talk to that I can trust as much. Well, I mean, I do trust them with my life. It's just they don't feel like family quite yet. You know.
I understand. What is
Even
it?
when I was a child. It's just ever since I rescued Vola, I've had this feeling inside of me where before it was satiated by my faith in the order. It's just replaced with this need and this hunger, and it's not going away.
Hunger, you say?
Yes.
Something you don't have to fill the void.
Something like that, and this need, this desire, it makes me stronger, but it doesn't feel good. And I want to see my sister. I want to talk to her so badly, but I haven't been able to, and I feel so angry all the time. But I can't be. I need to be strong. What should I do?
Why can't you be angry? What's holding you back?
I don't know. I feel like if I get angry, I will get angry at my companions.
Perhaps the veil will have an answer for you. Someone you
Maybe.
can be angry at. In Barb.
But it's more than that. It's hard to explain. I want something so badly, and I didn't want it as much before. I kind of always wanted it, but now it's worse, and I don't know. I just hoped you could help me with that, and I thank you for
Well, look.
giving me direction for it.
You must look inward. What is making you angry? It's not the loss of your faith, it's what made you lose your faith. Look into that. See what will make you come in terms with what is missing. Only then can you replace it with something to make yourself whole.
I'm afraid of what I'll find.
And until you can face that fear, you will always feel missing, empty.
Okay.
I'm not saying it will happen overnight. I'm not saying you can do it right now. I'm saying that it will take time.
Okay. For now, I will do what I can for my team, and for the world, and for Jack, and for Far Traveler, for Lee, for Kylin. I will do it for them. And my sister. If you see her, then get her to send a message for me if you can.
I have the stone. I will, if she's awake, I will have her send a message.
Thank you. And Doc kind of gives a bow, and then exits the tent, or at the cabin.
You hear a big good night,
Good night.
and then the door closes behind you. All right. You get your rope. You get your alchemy supplies. You get your vials. The Thok does not gain levels in Barbarian. It took me a bit to realize that wasn't Barb, like Barbara. I thought he was going to take levels in Barbara, and I was so confused. Our traveler now owns the ropes. Okay. Anything any of you want to do before we break until dawn?
Gonna get the hell
Healing
away
and
from-
an animal messenger back to Crisis.
Okay, healing wounded, sending an animal messenger. Thok, what did you say?
I'm getting a tent that's way the hell away from what's her face.
Tent way the hell away from
The merchant.
the merchant. Okay, which I don't think she had a name. If she did, I don't remember it.
It's okay.
Anyone else doing anything before dawn? Besides sleeping?
Pacing.
Pacing. Uncontrollable pacing. So, Lee, as you do your pacing, like every once in a while the anxiety builds within you, and every time it gets to a certain point, you hear the words calm, calm, and then you calm yourself down pretty quickly.
Oh, good.
You just get mad at it. Oh wait, you can't. Yes. And that happens quite a bit through the night. Are you able to sleep at all?
Yes. I'm not pacing that long, just until it's time to go to bed and morning can come.
Okay. You have a very restless sleep, but it's enough to get you through without any impediment. Checked in for travelers. Anything else before you rest?
I assume the alchemy took up all day for us.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we'll have that be a thing. So everybody, a long rest and good morning and welcome to dawn the next day. Damn it, Doc. Okay. Iluna?
Fuck, woke up late.
Luna meets you outside her cabin. She's doing some stretches. Had a good night's sleep. How did you all fare?
I'm ready to go.
Then let's not dally or diddle, and let's go.
Has anybody seen Thok?
Probably with
Okay.
that lady again.
There's
Couldn't
always-
get enough after first round.
He's
I
diddling.
snicker.
Dun dun dun. Dawn. Second day.
Oh
What
no,
day?
Fox not doing the diddling.
Dear Jesus.
He's been done diddled. Okay. For sake of let's keep going, we'll say he's there. So, keep your wits about you, and do not walk into the forest. Stay on the path. You might be lost forever if you leave it.
I'm going to give Kailin an empowered anti-magic amulet. Make sure you write that down.
Are you going to empower Lunas?
Yeah, if she lets me.
If you offer, oh, that. Thank you, and she'll hand it out, hold it out for you to mess with.
Mess with.
Okay, you have successfully messed with it.
When she says don't go wandering off into the forest, Kylan shoots a glance at Lee. Yeah, don't go wandering again.
Since when has Lee ever wandered? I don't think that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Never.
No,
Not
I'm
even
here.
once.
Literally not even once has Lee ever wandered.
Exactly.
There was that time where he was gone for a few sessions, but
Oh, that was fleeing. That wasn't wandering.
Well, don't go fleeing into the forest, Lee.
Please don't do anything into the woods. Just follow the path. Now, it'll take about 2 days worth of travel to get to our destination.
2 days?
I'm sorry, Lee.
Do you see how big the forest is on the hex grid?
It took us 2 days to get across those 2 grids on the plane, which was a
Yeah,
plane with
grid.
nothing in the way.
Oh, it's we're on the map. I don't know what to tell you if you can't see it.
No. Lee is distressed about 2 days.
What's wrong, Lee?
2 days?
It's just 2 days. You've been through many days.
I want this done.
Yeah, you've almost made it through a whole week without dying with this group.
Well, if you want this done, then let's get there.
I'm ready to go.
We can
Then
force
do
a
it.
march, but it will take much longer. Or not much longer. It will tire you out more. It will take much longer.
Well, let's
Wait.
not do the forced march if it'll make us take longer. That sounds stupid.
We have horses.
We could always take horses.
The horses will not enter the veil.
What if they're magical horses? That aren't actually horses, they're fae.
A Fae might. I don't deal
I
with
can do
Fae.
that.
That's
worth a
not
try.
bad plan.
Okay, we will
How
have
many
to
of us are there?
6.
I'll have to cast it at a higher level.
I have also Find Steed, and one of us can ride. Two of us can ride on that.
Okay, I can get us 4 of them. Oh, I can do 4 and then I can transform to keep up with the speed. And then that'll make it to where I only use the 3rd level spell slot, not my only 5th one.
That'll work. Is Ormer coming with us?
Depends. Are we going back to Londa after we finish, or are we continuing to the mountains?
Oh, that's fair.
I would expect that a loon is at least going to go back to to Londa.
I expect that too.
Yeah.
I do plan on returning, however, alone is not ideal.
It might be a good idea to head back to the base camp after our adventure if any of us are wounded.
So we
or...
can say goodbye.
Okay. Then Ormer can stay at the camp.
You'll be safe.
Okay, I cast conjure animals for 4 horses. For 4 war horses.
Okay. The travel will be reduced about a day, but it's still not the fastest going.
It's better than
None of the
just-
Fae like it, but they'll do it. Gain
And
us
then
some.
I
Go ahead.
is the path large enough for me to be an eagle?
It's not. You can't see it from above, and while you could fly below the tree line, it's easy to get lost doing that. Even
You
And I will
speak as
transform
I'm
into
running with
a
us.
smaller bird, like an owl. I'll transform into an owl.
this isn't Mirkwood. Come on, I'm not that unoriginal.
No, it's the Merc Forest.
I guess that is a pretty big delineation that we yeah. Big ass spiders or big ass spiders.
I feel like big ass spiders would be terrifying, more so than big ass spiders.
Wait. What do you mean by ass spiders? Do they
It's-
eat your ass? Do they
it's-
have a big ass?
It's just an ass with 8 legs.
They, oh dear.
Like,
And 2
like
fangs.
the blooper. Yeah, the blooper reel on John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, it's just an ass that's running around on like 8 little legs.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
So as you guys are saddling up, Kalamance exits the lodge, his little hut, says, "Good luck, I'm off." There we go. Now we can do
Good
the
luck to you.
ominous music.
And I would like to say
Fuck. Sorry.
Save.
Hold on. I have a thing I want to say real quick. I need Google Translate real quick.
God, God.
Sorry.
Good luck, Sna. His name's Henry.
What are the effects of an empowered anti-magic spiral?
You have magic resistance while it's equipped.
Against arcane magics.
In hoc signo salvablo. In this sign we will save.
In hoc signo witches.
That was the old Templar way.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Gives you a nod and walks away. I call it the New World Order. Salvabo. It's better than the Old World Order. And then guides you to the edge of the forest. Looks up. The ominous feeling that was at her log cabin kind of permeates the forest even stronger. Every time I enter this forest, I feel a little bit, well, like a little bit more of me is staying there and a little bit less is coming out.
Oh, that's probably just the existential dread. You're fine.
Well, as a researcher, make sure you document the effects of the amulet on this particular journey.
I have plans to do so. Thank you, though. Let's go. And she takes you into the gnarled woods that is the Lalanda Vale.
As we enter, I'm gonna completely drop all disguise self.
Okay.
Oh, what
Fuck.
the fuck?
I forgot to do something.
You're not a fucking wood elf? What the fuck?
Let's go.
Gosh.
That seems the weird shit anyway. Let's just go.
Is this another one of those disguise tricks?
Perhaps that said spider. Is that not just in Drow's skin at all time?
I mean, essentially.
Somewhere on their body just says spider hoe. An Elven.
That's the loose translation.
Oh god, you're the big ass spider.
Oh no.
Yes, the gnarled trees with no life. The sound of life seems to be gone. No birds chirping, no bugs making their sounds. Whatever they're called. Squeaking. No mice squeaking. No wind blowing through the trees. No leaves rustling.
Kylan's going to be flying ahead, scouting and coming, like circling back to the party.
Circling back or just linearly returning along the path?
Yeah, linearly returning. She's not going back into. She's not going to that forest at all.
Okay. The path isn't easy to follow, but it's not so bad that you can't follow it with your skills. It's
Keen
probably
sight.
it's probably the hardest forest you've ever navigated yourself through, and you're not even going that far away from the party. Luna seems almost dead set on the path in front of her, and has actually asked that someone keep an eye out in front of her so she doesn't run into a tree or anything. Just basic looking around should suffice.
Hi, Namine Lee.
Okay.
And with no objection, it's definitely Lee.
Lee is on watch for Iluna's head. Excuse me. You travel. As most of the day passes, you can't really tell the difference between the morning, midday, and the evening.
Yes, we
However,
can. We have an orb of time.
We do.
that's true. By the light itself, you cannot. By the orb of time, you can. And if you do use that to keep track of time, is anyone keeping that out or checking every once in a while, like a watch?
I will tie it to my wrist.
It's a little big, but you can definitely still do it.
I'll keep an eye on it and let people know if they need to know.
Okay.
Dude, check out this giant watch I've got. It's pretty sick, right?
Tells time and everything.
It's a Mage X.
Aha.
You peeing again? Jesus.
What did he-
Look at him run, dude.
You didn't close the door. What is going on?
He like tiptoed over. It was interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Someone get that fuckboy a catheter.
Okay, as the evening sets in, Uther says, shall we take time to rest then, if it is getting late? Yes, that is a crystal globe. In the morning, we should reach in about an hour or two where we are going for.
I feel it's necessary.
I mean, we can keep going, but it's risky.
Resting in this forest is risky from the sounds of things.
Okay. Shall we push forward then?
We'll do as you instruct. You're leading this expedition.
No, I suggest rest. With
Yeah,
no
we'll do whatever you
objections.
say.
With no more objections, she will dismount and start making camp. Do not wander off the path. If you have a bedroll, lay it on the path. Lays it on. We cannot hear you, Lee. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Okay, whatever.
So, Lee, as you have been taking watch of Luna's head, so she doesn't smack herself on a tree or anything, you constantly, in the back of your mind, hear a whisper pulling you deeper into the forest. A whisper, closer, closer, my puppet. If anyone needs me to repeat that, I can, because it was a whisper and quiet.
I don't need to repeat it because it was in her head.
Yeah.
Alright. As everybody sets up camp and as night begins to descend, everybody starts to hear whispers through the woods. The first sign of life that you've seen wisps by as a glowing orb passes distantly into the trees. Careful of the will-o-wisp. They'll lure you to your death if you're not careful. If you follow into the forest.
Then we'd best not do that.
I agree.
But it's so pretty.
How far away are we?
From
Our destination.
She said about 2 hours in the morning.
This is a good place to rest then. Oh, dang it. You guys are not elven. You have to, like, stay asleep a full 8 hours, don't you?
The entire
That's
time you've known us, yes.
6.
Well, I'm getting impatient, and this is the time that it matters. Fine.
It's okay, Lee. I'm Elvin.
But that doesn't help us.
Luna nods and says, "It's okay. We will get there. Also, do not follow the people in the woods, no matter how much they beckon."
I
Do
feel
what?
like
People in the woods. I feel like we should have known about this before.
Girlfriend, you should have said something about this way yesterday.
I did mention that the woods are dangerous. People is a strong term. Images, ghostly visages, they won't harm you as long as you do not enter the woods.
scientifically speaking, what happens if you do enter the woods?
Last I saw the soul being sucked out of somebody,
Oh,
and then he joined them.
Let's
No objection.
not do that then.
all right, let's not go in the woods. I suggest Lee and Kylan tie themselves together with a rope. That way, if one wanders off, the other one will catch him.
Wow, that is a great idea.
Kylan has no objection to this plan. It's about time we made some small talk, Lee.
What?
What just happened?
What was that?
What?
Was that Matt?
That wasn't me. Not this time.
Was that through Discord or was that through Roll20?
Wasn't me.
It sounded like through Roll20.
It sounded like they realized it was going on. They're like, oh, you gotta stop.
A slow growl comes from the forest.
Ah, it's a flatula.
Somebody heard what was gonna
It's,
happen
it's
to
a
their
bigger
soul.
version of an ass spider. It's a flank.
I'm gonna kill it.
Oh, sorry. Whew, that was good.
Killing me. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Oh my god.
Anyway,
Okay.
Give it Far Traveler.
Lee, we need to talk.
I'm sure we will.
So rest is in order. I can take half the night.
I'm on first watch.
Okay.
I'll go second.
I'll watch during the second half. And rest for the first.
If that's the case, then I will take the first half with Far Traveler and Jet. Lee and Doc, if you would take the second half as well. So the first half goes by. A little fire was made on the path for you guys to keep warm by. And Helena talks a little bit about the forest, how she believes that once this was not such a desecrated place. I believe it was grander than all the other forests around the area. One day, Yolanda of the Vale, it was still a Vale, was roaming through her kingdom. She is said to be either a fae or an elf, or half fae, half elf. No one's totally sure, but she had a very strong connection to the Fey Wilds. And she roamed these woods until one day she fell in love with a man, a human. And while they, in any event, she was very flammable. They courted each other, and they loved for a long time. They could never bear children. And one day, the inevitable was coming, and his mortal life was ending. And she prayed to any being who would listen to spare his life and uh, um, allow him to remain with her, or for her to remain with him. And some voice answered, it's not sure who or what it was. And his life was extended. Uh, However, he had changed. His skin had grown pale, his teeth had grown sharp, but he was still who he was to her. And for a long time they remained together. However, the forest slowly began to wither and gray, and she found him by a tree, sacrificing the innocent to it with blood, as he had become a vampire. And it was there that she slew him and buried him beneath the soil. But upon that happening, the forest became the veil as she sang herself into the same tree in order to protect it. Hopefully protect the veil, unsuccessfully, sadly. So there the two souls linger forever, haunting these woods, one trying to find more to sacrifice to his unholy tree, and the other trying to save whoever she can from his grasp.
I attempt to use Druidcraft to sprout a seed from the dirt.
We're on the first watch still. Thank you. That's the second watch.
No, this is during her storytelling time.
Oh, okay. You're gonna tell. I do. I was just telling the story before you asked. Okay. So what was it you wanted to do?
I'm casting Druidcraft to try to sprout a seed from the ground.
Okay. A small plant approaches from the ground, green and alive, and then slowly grays away. Still alive, but grayscale like everything else that's here. What filter you using? As she tells her story and the fire burns, those on second watch find rest. And those of you on the first watch, you see about a few hours in, the first half, that is, so far Traveler and then eventually Jack, you see ghostly figures walking through the woods. Most of them dressed in fine garb. They look almost like moonlight as they walk, almost float across the ground. Every once in a while, one will come by the camp, by the road, and reach out a hand, almost as if beckoning you for you to take it. Each time this happens, Luna just looks away and kind of has you follow suit, and upon looking back, the figure is gone, as if it were never there. Now, okay. It kind of helps with the quiet of the forest to play the song. It echoes from you out into the woods, replacing the lack of sound. That brings a little bit of comfort to the area. And eventually your watch ends and Jex begins, and his watch also ends. And we get to the second half where Luna wakes the other two, saying, "When the ghostly images appear, just look away and they will disappear." And then she too goes to rest. Thok, did you want last watch or third watch?
Last watch.
Okay. So we start with just Kylan and Lee. Is there anything you guys want to discuss?
Lee, you told me something was wrong between us, but you didn't explain.
I just kind of sit there and simmer a little.
Lee, I know it's not the affection that's bothering you so bad. We're here to complete your mission.
Collateral damage is not acceptable.
Collateral damage?
When we were in Ordum, you were speaking with Jacked and about war, and you said that collateral damage is going to be a part of it, and it's just going to happen. And
There doesn't seem to be a way to avoid it.
that is unacceptable. That's sloppy. That's
Any suggestions?
precision, control. We have to do our best not to bring those into it that are not involved.
And what if then they are slain by the other side? Aren't they just still collateral damage?
Then we have to put bigger targets on ourselves.
But given the chance to defend themselves, everybody should have that opportunity.
Yes, but
Those in
they should
crisis.
not be used as fodder.
No, nobody should. What made you think that I wanted to use them as fodder? There will be inevitable death. But that doesn't mean that it was for no cause for them to just take the shot for us. I'd gladly sacrifice my life for the cause. I'd gladly take upon any burden I must, but as you can see by the death of my own daughter, it just is a thing that happens.
I don't wish to speak of this anymore right now.
Very well. Just know this, Lee. I care about you. I care about you very much.
Okay, that's just weird.
More specifically, I care about what you think. You shouldn't hold a grudge and not refuse to speak. If you have a grievance to air, air it.
I just stare out and into the woods.
All right.
Kylan it wants to beckon to one of the spirits to come to her.
Okay. You like motion to a spirit, and the spirit of a fine-featured humanoid, but not elven. It's hard to tell what they could be. Something you're not experienced with floats over to you. It reaches out a hand.
I'm going to shoot it in the face with my bow.
Stop, Lee. Stop.
An arrow flies right through. Another hand comes up for Lee to take.
I look away.
The hand drops. One hand drops. Does Kylan keep looking?
Yeah, there's something that Kylan's gonna do, but I have to find it. What? No. What resurrection spell does Kylan have at 5th level? Do you guys remember? I didn't actually put it in my spell list.
Reincarnate?
Yeah,
Reincarnate.
it's reincarnate.
Can you afford a reincarnate?
I mean, I don't have to use material components, right?
Well, up to a certain point. I think-
Perhaps if you expound on what you mean by you don't have to use material components, we could clarify.
My druidic focus?
No, that's
If it
under a
costs money,
gold.
then- yeah, if it requires money, you still need to use the money.
That's why I had to. That's why I had to buy a diamond for my chromatic orb.
Shit. Then I can't do that. Never mind.
Yeah, reincarnate costs 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Eventually, the whispers start making sense in your head in Elvish, saying, "Come here." Make a wisdom save.
Is Thock's aura available?
He's unconscious at the moment.
And I'm saying it's not available when he's unconscious.
He has to be non-incapacitated.
I'm
Is
gonna check.
incapacitated a word?
Yeah, incapacitated.
But capacitated.
I don't think so.
Okay, I was just
I
wondering
think
if the
people would
analyst
just say
thinking.
conscious.
Yeah, well, okay, fine. He's not conscious.
He
Go
has
ahead
to
and
have
make
the mental capacity to do it.
It's that shining smile. Right now he's
Oh, okay, roll
drooling.
20. Thank you for that one.
Well, I mean, you have an 8 modifier.
Yeah, but still, like at least there's an 11, not a 1.
Mm-hmm.
You must be conscious to grant this bonus. You are not currently.
Boom.
So, Kylan, you begin to reach forward and then catch yourself as you find yourself almost being pulled into its grasp. Don't be afraid.
Kylan sadly will turn her head away.
The whispering stops.
If only I could bring life back.
Anything else?
Perhaps a couple of
I-
tears.
I don't say anything, but I get very. Oh. Fuck, why did you say that? That was a very emotional statement, and it hits me in a very specific way, so there's a lot of feelers about that.
Make a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Uh-oh.
That's definitely fair.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, oh my god.
And there is no possibility of that.
Does a 6 make it?
No.
Oh my
No.
god.
That was a nat 1.
So,
Yes, it was.
This
Kylan,
is full blackout, isn't it?
yes, you suddenly are not around physically or mentally. You find yourself in this shadowy place where the shadows make this sound around you as everything is gray, but darkness still forms around you, and it's just there's no getting out of it. No matter where you go, you're just trapped. From Lee's mouth, Kyla, into you. So you're the one who cares so much about little Lee.
Does it say Lee or does it say Liliara or whatever her name actually is?
Lyra.
Lyra. Yeah, the Lyra.
Yes, that is me.
What is she to you?
Much like a newborn pup. One of my own.
Elves are weird.
Personality traits. I watch over my friends as if they were a litter of newborn pups.
Elves are weird.
But you're not a dog.
So,
You know, it's not the first time I heard that. Now, who the fuck are you?
you plan on coming to me here in my domain? Well, one of my domains.
Oh, you're the one doing this to her.
Well, I think it'd be pretty obvious, seeing as I'm using her body to do anything I want.
You bet your fucking ass.
I could take her and take the hand of the ghost. She would be mine. More so than she already is.
I cast Thorn Whip.
How?
You may,
I cast
is-
Thorn Whip at Lee to try to restrain
okay.
and pull her to me.
Did you guys not tie off like Far Traveler suggested?
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, god damn it, you guys.
There's no way Lee was going for that. Kylan was all for it.
Make the spell attack save. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. Make a melee attack spell attack. Yep. Lee, does
Why
that
do you
hit your AC?
Why do you have a -1 on your spell attack?
It's
It's strength
wisdom
based.
based. No, it's wisdom based for you. It's a
It's
spell
wisdom.
attack.
Oh,
Spell attacks
okay.
are wisdom based for you,
cool.
so that should be higher than. It's a natural 19. Does that hit you, Lee?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, you okay? Take 6 points of piercing damage, and
You're pulled 10 feet toward me.
the body is pulled 10 feet towards Kylan, which puts you up real close as you were right next to each other.
I think that's
She's
actually
not touching any fucking hands.
7 points of piercing.
Yeah, because it's not plus -1.
Oh, yeah, that's. What's your
That should
modifier?
be-
No, it's 2d6 minus 1 piercing.
It's not
Why is it
strength-based.
-1?
Because the damage is coming from strength. Shit.
No.
Yeah, that's not a -1.
Okay,
No.
it's a +4.
No, it's not
Um,
a plus either, unless you have the
Yeah, it
root
should.
feature.
It's
It should
2d6
ju-
plus 4.
It's
No,
not plus a
It doesn't
modifier.
add your modifier.
Yeah, most
Okay.
spells don't add your modifier.
That's
Unless
like
you-
a very specific class feature that
Okay.
comes from subclasses usually.
So actually 7 points of piercing damage. So what'd you say after you pulled her close?
She's not touching any fucking hands.
I'll see you soon enough.
Oh, no.
Perhaps,
There won't be much seeing, asshole. You'll be dead.
perhaps you will take my power as well. She did.
Or perhaps it'll all come to an end.
No. It shall not end here. No matter the outcome, no matter what you think you're going to get, it will not end here. And with
I
that,
clutch my empowered amulet.
with the last words, Lee's eyes roll back into her head and then back forward as Lee, the shadows finally peel away to reveal yourself in some pain, wrapped by a thorny whip.
Wait, what? What's going on?
He possessed you again.
I look
Told me
around.
that he was going to
to
have you
see if-
grab one of their hands, but I stopped him.
Okay. I look
And then
around
he
to see if
threatened me, but
anybody's hurt.
an asshole.
Nobody's hurt, except for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
I cast a cure wounds.
Sure.
I would do it just because I feel bad. Wow. Okay.
One short. Alright, Thok, shortly after this, you wake up.
Did I miss anything?
Oh, no, not
Well,
really.
you wake up for your watch. You see the spirits.
I look away.
That happens quite a bit, actually, throughout the night. Anything you want to do on this last watch?
Don my armor.
I'm awake.
Yeah, both you and Lee are awake.
There's any interactions we're gonna do.
Oh. No, not really. Doc's gonna say, well, Lee, so that thing back there, back at the Druid Temple. I'm not sorry that I did it, but I am sorry that you are under this affliction.
I mean, honestly, it's better me than somebody else trying to control it. So
Fair enough.
we'll get it
And,
taken care of.
We have a few hours to spare before our encounter with this thing. So, since we have a few hours, you want to tell us the story of how you managed to stumble upon that blade and have this thing take over you?
Holy cheese. I was hired to steal the sword for a noble. And things went a little sideways, and I managed to somehow make it back after the sword took over. But then the noble started trying to use the sword and was doing all sorts of vile things with it. And so I stole it back from him and ran away with it.
Well, I could see why you wouldn't want it in his hands then.
What
That's it.
vileness is it capable of?
Well, you saw the ghost creature that it created. That's the big one. Mostly it's just powerful and allows all of the magic that I have access to. And in the wrong hands could be just a tool for someone to use ill.
It's a very noble thing you did, Lee.
It was not out of nobility that I did it, but thank you.
Did you do it for power?
I did it out of fear.
Well, your action, regardless of what motivation it was, probably saved the lives of a few people.
Yeah, it cost the lives of a few people.
Oh.
Inevitability.
Anywho,
Kylan rolls her eyes a little bit.
What?
To use
Oh,
those
yeah, that's true.
powers to save you.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else as everybody starts to wake up?
I'll ask Thok for advice on how to best use the amulet.
Doc's just like, oh yeah, pretty much all you gotta do is blah, 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 blah.
It's a good description. Blah, blah,
Okay,
blah, blah.
do you actually want me to actually? I will. So what you do is, if you have some kind of anti-magic spell that you have, you can channel it into the amulet, and it'll store it for you for later use. And if you hold it to some kind of arcane magical source, then it'll resonate and either nullify or cancel the effects of the magic. But it's limited, so it doesn't always. It doesn't work all the time if you deplete its resources.
Cool.
Flatulomancer.
It's called gaseous form. Or poison cloud.
Cloud kill.
As a big old fart walks by.
I can't
Poison
believe
spray.
you all just skipped over Stinking Cloud. What sort of D&D players are you? Ugh.
Terrible ones.
A new one?
I'm really bad at being a druid.
Is there
So,
anything else that you wish of me, Kylan?
No,
Okay.
just don't let Lee go crazy. It gets kind of bad.
Okay. I took care of it once before, so I'm sure I can do it again.
I have a feeling this is going to be a rough time ahead, especially for Lee.
Well, Lee got us, so
Thank you for that.
anyway, yeah.
okay. So, the Orb of Time denotes that dawn has come. However, again, the darkness glooms over you.
All right. Then
Morning rituals, though this time I will not go to the highest point,
Okay.
as that would be off the path.
Ooh, good. This is a good timing for this, actually.
he
What
gets
happens
to
when I
move
commune
on.
with nature?
Nothing.
You are tied to Lee at this point, right? Right?
No, Lee's not going for it.
You can be tied to Thok.
That's not the point of it. Do you want to tie yourself to me?
No.
Not you.
I don't need to be tied.
See, you say that, but I'm not the one. Kylan's not the one who is susceptible to being possessed by a thing. So
None of you is cute enough to tie me to anything.
Aw. But baby, my charisma modifier is 4.
Oh dear.
Okay, so do you take time to do commune with nature?
Yes, that's usually my morning ritual.
Oh, well, okay. I was. Okay, so you commune with nature, and the knowledge you gain is very limited. The first fact is there is one type of tree here. Willow type trees. Weeping willows, typically, with their viney tendrils type things coming off of them. You get a sense of no animals. Prevalent minerals? Not really. It's kind of a desolate place with nothing but death.
Undead.
No. Actually,
Influence from other planes of existence.
Yeah, that sounds.
Okay, that's true. There's a heavy influence of the Shadowfell in this area.
I think you're going through the list when she's supposed to pick 3.
Picking
Yeah.
3 is the
I
thing.
say-
Oh,
You're
is she
like
picking?
running through.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The important ones you've gone through pretty well, though. I would have wanted to know about animals, undead, and planes of existence.
Okay. I'll just throw in the plants because that's the only tree you've seen. Um, beyond that,
So
yeah.
if she's choosing the one that checks for powerful creatures, that's all one category is
Oh, it is.
powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead.
And it goes out 300 feet, it says. Radius. Oh, no, sorry. I'm sorry. It's 3 miles. What the hell?
Yeah, 3 miles isn't enough to say too much.
Okay.
Okay, just some etiquette speaking in chat.
All right. So, are we ready to call it a night?
I was gonna leave that up to you guys. I don't have anything in the morning. However, that doesn't mean that you guys don't.
I
I'm
have
good to
work in
go.
a couple hours.
I unfortunately have work and did not sleep much at all last night. So,
Okay. So we're
Oh.
almost done before we can definitely give you some or be done for the day. Just a little bit more. Just a little
Okay.
bit. So
So is it? Sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Has everybody's kind of schedules normalized? So I think somebody had like a new job, and then like you just got back from your trip. Like, is everybody pretty stuck in their ways right now?
mm-hmm.
For the next 2
Sure.
weeks, and then it should be good anyways. So
Like, is there any way we could do like a makeup couple of sessions or something like that? Maybe some little smaller ones if we're be on.
I'll be down. However, we can discuss this after.
Oh, gotcha. All right, cool.
Okay. So the main thing, Eluna takes you down a path, and eventually, for the first time, the path splits. And he says, in this area, we often are met with living plants. Very angry living plants. Now, I suggest we stick together and head forward.
I have no idea what she's talking about. I don't see nothing.
I see all of the things.
I find all the traps.
Well, Far Traveler, you don't have sight. So,
I have the drift globe with.
yes. You have the drift globe on?
Yeah. I
Okay,
had it on the entire time we've been in the forest.
that makes sense. What is the distance on that? I've forgotten.
It's pretty big, I think.
I'm looking.
I can take
So it has the light spell.
Okay, so looking up light.
or
2020.
daylight.
2020?
I can't constantly use the daylight effect.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. In this area, something peculiar is happening. Something that hasn't been happening in the whole forest until this point. The trees bend with the wind, with the groan.
Can I check and see if there is actually any wind at all? Because so far there's been no wind.
Mm-hmm.
There remains to be no wind.
Can I see based on the light that's given off by the orb?
Yes. You should be able to see his light.
Time to draw the bow.
I just see black right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going
Entire
to
screen is black.
draw my great sword.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Aluna draws her bow as well. I think
Casually.
we will have company. It might be a non-ending onslaught, so it's sometimes best to run and cover our ass. Be ready. And that is where we're going to end our session tonight. Alright. Ooh, much got done.
I hate these levels in games. Just fucking run.
Just go. They're gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank y'all for playing. And always thank y'all for watching. Stay classy, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.